Elijah was one of God's greatest prophets, a man who had seen miracles, called down fire from heaven, and watched God move in powerful ways. But even Elijah reached a breaking point. When threatened by Queen Jezebel, Elijah ran, not because he didn't trust God, but because he was human, tired, drained, overwhelmed. He walked alone in the wilderness and prayed a painful prayer. Lord, have had enough. Many of us know that prayer. We whisper it in the quiet moments when no one is watching. But God didn't scold Elijah. He didn't shame him. He didn't say, "Where is your faith?" Instead, God let him rest. He sent an angel with food, with water and comfort, with what Elijah needed to keep going. Sometimes, God's first answer to our pain isn't a miracle, it's rest. Elijah then traveled to Mount Horeb and hid inside the cave, tired, afraid, confused. And God asked him a simple question: "What are you doing here, Elijah?" Not because God didn't know, but because he wanted Elijah to bring his fears into the light. Elijah poured out his heart. "I'm alone. Everything is falling apart, and I don't see you moving. Have you ever felt that way?" Then God told him to stand outside the cave. A powerful wind came, so strong it tore rocks apart. But God was not in the wind. Then an earthquake shook the ground, but God was not in the earthquake. Then a blazing fire, but God was not in the fire either. God was showing Elijah and us that he doesn't always speak through loud noise. And then a gentle whisper, a still small voice, quiet but unmistakable. God was in the whisper. Because sometimes what we need is not a loud miracle, but a soft reminder. I am here. You are not alone. In that whisper, Elijah found strength again, not because his situation changed instantly, but because God met him in his weakness and exhaustion, his silence. God didn't just lift Elijah up, he gave him direction, he gave him purpose, and the courage to continue. Maybe today you feel like Elijah in the cave. You feel tired, you feel overwhelmed, and struggling to hear God's voice. If so, listen carefully. God may not speak in the noise, in the chaos, or in the dramatic moment, but in the quiet, in the stillness, in the gentle whisper, He is calling your name. You are not alone. You are not forgotten. God is closer than you think, and He still whispers to those who seek Him. God bless you.